This is the Wrestling Takeover podcast. I have a good podcast video for you guys. We are going to be talking about the best matches of 2025. I'm going to be ranking them from 1 to 10. We're also going to be doing the same thing for WWE separately, talking about the top 10 best WWE matches of the year. We're going to do some honorable mentions as well. And we're going to be talking about what was the best or some of the best WWE shows of the year. Hopefully you guys enjoy. I appreciate everybody listening to the Wrestling Takeover podcast. Let's get it popping.
Welcome to...
You're listening to the Wrestling Takeover.
What is your name?
With your host, Jordan Turner, who's always gonna keep it real.
Come on, King.
Inside and outside the ring.
Let me make myself clear. He's got the fans behind him, King.
It's time to take over, King.
Are you ready? He's all fired up now, King. The Takeover.
Let's go.
What it do, what it do, what it do? How is everybody doing? Welcome back to the Wrestling Takeover podcast. I'm your host, Jordan Turner, and this is Tuesday, December 23rd. This is going to be the last podcast of the year. And we are going to be talking about the best wrestling matches of the year. What was the best WWE show of the year? We're going to talk about all those things, man. But before we do, please go subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/JT Takeover. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, or wherever you get your audio content. Turn on all notifications so you guys don't miss any upcoming audio videos from the Wrestling Takeover podcast. Also, follow me on social media, on Twitter, @JT Takeover, on Instagram, @The Wrestling Takeover. I appreciate everybody's support, man. If you're out there and you are listening to the Wrestling Takeover podcast, thank y'all so much, man. I really appreciate it. Before we get into today's festivities, I wanted to put this out before Christmas. I also wanted to put this out because this is going to be the last podcast of the year. And after Christmas, I'm going pure ghost. I am not putting up any audio content for the rest of the year. I'm going through some things. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to navigate 2026 in terms of, content and what I want to put out and what I don't want to put out. I want to be, just more aware of what I'm putting out in terms of content, and the consistency is just going to get better, and we're going to get better each and every video, man. That's all we got to do. Just keep putting forward, and hopefully just people in the business and WWE, hopefully, wrestling fans who love pro wrestling and love hearing somebody who is very honest, that brings that, creative perspective, brings that honesty, and most importantly, not takes, this pro wrestling thing seriously, because at the end of the day, it's just pro wrestling. It is not that serious. But if you are just finding the Wrestling Takeover podcast, I'm Jordan Turner, and this is my podcast. I talk all things WWE, so if you're a WWE fan, tap into the Wrestling Takeover podcast. Let's get into it, man. I know y'all are eager to see what the fuck I got, who made my list, who didn't make my list. I'm going to switch it up, though. I'm going to switch it up. We're going to talk about the best WWE shows of the year. I have my number one favorite one, but we are going to go down this list right now. And these were some of my favorite WWE shows of the year, quote unquote. But I already only have one. So I'm going to name my only favorite show of the year. But I seen this on Twitter and somebody put out, what do y'all think was the best WWE pay-per-view of 2025? So here are the categories. We got the Royal Rumble. We got Elimination Chamber. We got WrestleMania 41. We got Backlash. We got Money in the Bank. We have Night of Champions. We have SummerSlam. We have Clash in Paris. We have Evolution. We have WrestlePalooza. We have Crown Jewel Perth. And we have Survivor Series. Now, the winner and my favorite pay-per-view of the year, hands down, no question, is Evolution. Evolution from top to bottom was immaculate. I mean, the show was great. One of the best women's matches of the year. One of the best matches, a period, we've seen with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, two of my personal favorites. And then you got Naomi into it, another favorite of mine. It cultivated in one of an amazing moment, for Naomi. But that whole show in general, man, from top to bottom, matches mattered. Everything made sense. Giving back to women's wrestling. It was an amazing show. So for me, my favorite, WWE Premier Live event of the year is no question Evolution. So Evolution is the winner. And this was easily the best pay-per-view of the year. The second favorite one for me is WWE Elimination Chamber. From the moments of Jade Cargill attacking, Jade Cargill attacking Naomi, to John Cena turning heel, to the two chamber matches, and then Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens in a street fight. But to me, the Evolution show was a little bit better than that one, but Elimination Chamber comes in second place. Let's move on from the best WWE show of the year. Let's get into the best matches of the year. I know y'all waiting for it, man. I know y'all eager for it. I got y'all. So we are going to be doing the best matches of 2025 ranked in professional wrestling. This is WWE. This is TNA. This is AEW. Okay? But before we get into the top 10, y'all know I got to do honorable mentions, okay? Because there was too many matches that were really, really good this year, but just didn't crack my list. And that's okay, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show these other matches some love and respect and admiration, because these matches did deliver in the time that I watched them. They just didn't crack the top 10, though. It's all good. So this is the list of matches who did not crack the top 10. Mercedes Moné versus Marina Shirakawa from AEW Wrestle Dynasty. That was an amazing match. Seth Rollins versus CM Punk from Monday Night Raw on Netflix. The debut. That match was incredible. Didn't make the list, though. Another match that did not make the list is Ricochet versus Mike Bailey, a Takeshita, in a triple threat match from AEW Revolution. We got John Cena versus Randy Orton from WWE Backlash. That was a good match. We got Becky Lynch and Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria at WWE Evolution 2. Now, that match was incredible. I mean, in terms of WWE matches, that's definitely one of the best WWE matches of the year. Let's see if it made my top 10. We'll get to that later on. But that match was incredible, especially the ending to the match when Becky Lynch did a roll-up pin. I thought it was great. She stole the pin. I love that. Great match. Toni Storm versus Mercedes Moné from AEW in Texas is the match that does get a lot of overhyped, quote unquote. I don't give a fuck. I liked it. I thought it was great, but it did not crack the top 10. Will Ospreay versus Takeshita from AEW Dynamite on an episode of AEW did not crack the top 10. Ethan Page versus Ricky Sings from NXT American Bash didn't crack the list. Gunther versus CM Punk, I'm hearing this match alone, made a lot of people's list, but it did not make mine. This took place at SummerSlam. And then we got Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer from WWE WrestlePalooza. This match was incredible. This was definitely a star-studded match. Io, best in the world. No question about it, male or female in the game. Stephanie Vaquer, incredible as well. But this did not make the list. And one more match that did not make the cut was recently John Cena versus Gunther from Saturday night's main event. So those are the matches that did not make the top 10, but are in honorable mentions. I got to give these matches their respect. Let's get into it now, man. Listen, bro. So, as y'all know, I do lists. I'm going to do more of them in 2026. That's something that you really could look forward to in terms of just consistent content. I will be fleshing out more rankings and just more overall just casual discussions that I don't talk about on the state of the WWE. That's here nor there. This top 10 shit is hard, bro. Like, y'all got to understand that the work, the preparation in terms of imagining these matches in your head when you're cracking the top 10. Does this go here? Does it go there? You know, what number does it fall into? Does it even crack the top 10? You feel me? And it was tough. But I think I made one of the best top 10 matches list. I think I made one of the best ones in the community. But y'all got to let me know if I did or not. So let me know in the comments down below on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and let me know if you guys liked this top 10 list. Let's get right into it, man. We are going to start with number 1. We're going to go with number 1. I know people go from 10 to 1. We ain't doing that. We going from 1 to 10. And like I said, it doesn't matter where these matches rank. If they're number 2, 1, 10, 8, it don't matter. These cracked the top 10. These were, in my opinion, the best wrestling matches this year. Coming in at number 1, wearing the crown as Jordan's number 1 favorite wrestling match of the year. This one was tough. Number 1 and 2 were tough. I was going back and forth, but I think I landed on a good one. Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky from Evolution 2. That's the best match of the year. That is the best match of the year. I was talking to some people and seeing where they were at. Well, what was your favorite wrestling match of the year? Whatever. And from what I've seen and from what I gathered, right? Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky from Evolution 2 is in the top 5. Top 3 even to most people. I said, fuck that. That's number 1. That's number 1. This is the best wrestling match of the year. Congratulations to Io. Congratulations to Rhea Ripley from Evolution 2. That match was just star-studded, man. Just crazy. Coming in at number 2, just inching out, not making the top of the list, is Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins in a triple threat match at WrestleMania 41. These were the two matches. These were the two matches that I was really going back and forth with. And, you know, at the last minute, I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking, I'm like, nah, like these were definitely the best matches of the year. Like, no doubt about it. Like, for sure, these were the best, you know, matches of the year. I'm thinking and I'm looking at it and I'm just like, yeah, these got to be the best matches of the year. These two, specifically. So, yeah, these two matches are definitely one of the best, you know, of the year. And Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins just not cracking the number 1 spot, but this match still was incredible. That's the number 2. Number 3, overall, okay? Number 1, number 2, and number 3. I was going back and forth. I had number 2 at number 1, and number 1 at number 3, and number 3 at number 1, number 3 and number 2. I was going back and forth. But I loved where I ranked these top 3. In the number 3 spot, we got Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky from WrestleMania 41. I mean, if we're talking pure women's wrestling, if we're talking pure women's wrestling matches of the year, number 1 and 2 was definitely Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky from Evolution 2 and Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky at WrestleMania 41. No doubt about it. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky have this fight forever mentality. every time they're in the ring, you know it's finna be a banger. You know it's finna be a hit. Not to mention you ask somebody of a legendary status as Bianca Belair with it. Bro, all three of these ladies, they killed it. They killed it from top to bottom. Now, I'm wondering what people are going to think. Why do you have a women's match at number one? Listen. Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky, to me, was the best wrestling match of the year. And I want to make this point before I continue with my list. You're going to have your list. You're going to have your opinion about the list. And I'm going to have my opinion about the list. All right? These type of rankings, these type of lists are very subjective. They're very subjective. I'm going to have people who agree with my top 10. I'm going to have people agree with my top 5. I'm going to have people even agree with my top 3, which I will, I understand that, there's people that are not going to agree with it. But I genuinely feel that WWE had the top 3 best matches of the year, hands down, no doubt about it. Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky Evolution 2. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. And Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky Triple Threat. Those were the 3 best wrestling matches of the year. Now, y'all probably thinking, where is going to be the best WWE matches of the year? We're going to get to that later on. But, I just feel that Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley and Io, their match was just incredible. And I might think of doing another ranking in the near future, talking about, ranking some of the best women's matches to ever happen in WWE. I'm thinking of doing that. So I might take myself on that offer and do that. But this match was incredible, bro. This match was incredible. It's in a lot of people's top 5s, top 3s, top 2s, maybe be in the number 1 spot. But shout out to Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky, man. Never fault. Yes. Okay. For you AEW fans out there. Okay. I do have an AEW match. It's in the number 4 spot. We got Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher from AEW Revolution. I watched this match from top to bottom. I mean, this match was pure, it was pure perfection. It was great. It was great from top to bottom. Blood being used in the proper point in time. And, blood being done properly. You know what I mean? And you can't get any better than this match, to be honest. You can't get any better than this match, where it happened, how it happened, and this match just from start to finish was just incredible. It created a new star in Kyle Fletcher, which that was the alternative motive there. Great match between Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher from AEW Revolution in the number 4 spot. Coming in at the number 5 spot, listen, bro. Listen. Any TNA fans out there, man? Any TNA fans out there? I love you guys. We got a TNA match. We got Leon Slater going one-on-one with a future great and Javon Evans from TNA Bound for Glory. If 1 through 4 did not take place, if none of those matches took place, I'm telling you off the cuff, the number 5 spot would be number 1. I'll tell you that right now. Off the rip, bro. Off the rip. This match, and I watched it live, this match was fucking crazy. It was fucking crazy. This was always going to be in the top 5, so let's not get this confused. Leon Slater versus Javon Evans was always going to be in the top 5. Where? Now you know, in the number 5 spot. But they were always going to be there for me. I wasn't even sweating that. Just where they were going to be engaged, I didn't know. until I figured it out at the last minute. Javon Evans is somebody that WWE reportedly is wanting to build the company around, or at least one of the guys that WWE wants to build the company around. He's got what it takes. He's got what it takes. He's that dude, and I think he's gonna do really, really well in WWE, and he's gonna be one of the futures, no doubt about it. No hesitation. So Javon Evans, somebody to look out for, in the near future, man. So I got to start paying attention to him. Leon Slater is great as well, too. He's in TNA. He's doing his thing. But Javon Evans is way above Leon Slater. But we got two brothers in this position. I love it. You know what I mean? And if you guys missed that match, please go out and watch it. It was incredible. So that's the number 5 match. Coming in at number 6, just etching out the top 5. We got John Cena. We got John Cena twice in the top 10. Let's put that into perspective in its proper context. I have John Cena twice on this top 10 list. This was his retirement match. Now, for me personally, I do feel John Cena has been putting on some of the best matches in a very, very long time. Like, it's been years. And we have 2 of them in the top 10 here. Number 6, John Cena versus AJ Styles from WWE Crown Jewel. I mean, finisher after finisher, memory after memory, shouting out to TNA and everybody, The Miz and all that, doing big things, right? This match was a respect. This match was a homage to all the greats, right? And through all the greats in the careers of John Cena and AJ Styles. Yeah, this match was hit. This match was a banger. Didn't crack the top 5, but definitely top 10. Speaking of John Cena, number 7, John Cena versus Cody Rhodes from WWE SummerSlam. I'm going to tell you that right. I'm going to tell you this right now. Their WrestleMania match was one of the worst matches I have ever seen in WWE history. It's one of the worst matches in WrestleMania history. Definitely top 5. That match was ass, bro. That match was ass. And they knew they had to make up for it. And they did. This match was what WrestleMania should have been. This SummerSlam match was epic. It was incredible. Shout out to John Cena doing his thing. Shout out to Cody Rhodes doing his thing as well. It was just some great stuff, man. This SummerSlam match was way better than their WrestleMania match. Coming in at number 8, we got Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland versus the Young Bucks from AEW All In Texas. I mean, it was just like John Cena and AJ Styles from Crown Jewel. Finisher after finisher. It was just, this match was electric. I don't really have much words to describe this tag team match here. It was balls to the wall. It really was balls to the wall. This match was fun from start to finish. I love the ending of it with the two Dave Meltzer drivers and the kicks and stuff like that. Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland doing their thing with the Young Bucks. Great stuff. That's in the number 8 spot. Number 9, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at Elimination Chamber. Now, this was in Sami Zayn's hometown. Where does this match rank in terms of WWE best match of the year? Y'all gonna have to wait and see. But this match, just because it's number 9, I don't want to get the game confused. This match was incredible. This was a street fight. We've seen everything. We've seen blood. We've seen barbed wire. We've seen everything. This match was electric. They went into the crowd. It was just a fun match to watch from start to finish. Just a fun match. So that's in the number 9 spot. And ending out the top 10, I was not going to not put this match on here. No way, no how. Toni Storm versus Mariah May from AEW Revolution. Hollywood ending, right? Yeah, they definitely put on a Hollywood ending, bro. They definitely put on a Hollywood ending for sure. Mariah May killing it in WWE. Toni Storm, the backbone of the AEW Women's Division. I've been watching, and Toni Storm just is incredible at what she does. There was some AEW matches on this list, y'all, so I just wanted to shout out my AEW faithful, AEW fans out there. All right, there were some AEW matches on this list. It's just that WWE preoccupied majority of the list. It's all good, though. It's all good. Now, let's end it quickly with the WWE Best Matches of the Year Top 10. This is ranked. All right, this is in particular order. Coming in at number 1, it's the number 1 match of the year. Once again, this is another match of the year candidate right here for WWE. Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky at Evolution 2. Coming in at number 2, again, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins from WrestleMania 41. Coming in at number 3, Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky at WrestleMania 41. These were, in my opinion, not only the best WWE matches of the year, these were the best wrestling matches of the year, point blank, period. These matches were incredible. Coming in at number 4 now, John Cena versus AJ Styles at Crown Jewel. Coming in at number 5, John Cena versus Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, they are in the top 6 from Elimination Chamber. Coming in at number 7, Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens at Royal Rumble. Number 8, Gunther versus CM Punk at SummerSlam. Coming in at number 9 is John Cena versus Logan Paul at Clash in Paris. And coming in at number 10, Street Profits versus Wyatt Six versus DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns versus Andrade and Rey Fenix in a TLC match at SummerSlam. WWE preoccupied the list. WWE really put on some great matches this year. So did AEW. But that Rhea Ripley match, man, that Rhea Ripley and Io Sky match, I'm telling y'all, that match was just, it just was incredible. It really, really was incredible. It was fun from start to finish. Both ladies really just delivered from start to finish. And when I eventually do my women's best women's wrestling matches of what I've seen, that match is definitely going to be very, very high on the list. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for your patience here. Thank you guys so much. And I hope you guys let me know what you guys thought about the list in the comments down below. Last podcast of the year. All right. So hopefully, guys, go out, listen to it, please, in its entirely from start to finish. And just thank you guys for the continued support. We've seen some great wrestling this year. I think WWE, before I go, WWE, they do need to improve on creating new stars in 2026. Flesh out the storylines. Don't have the storylines continue to drag on, because you're going to get to a point where WWE fans like myself are going to become impatient, and they're not going to know when to end the storyline as WWE, and we're going to eventually get bored of it. Create new stars. You have multiple stars there. Create new stars, WWE, and make every championship feel important, feel valuable, and stop with the stop with the DQs. Have better finishes. There is things that WWE needs to really work on in 2026, and I'm gonna be honest with you. 2025 was one of the worst years in WWE history from a creative perspective, And 2026, they might not say it, but I'm going to say it. There's pressure on WWE coming in 2026. They're going to start losing a lot more fans if they don't get their shit together. So the content has been kind of died out for me personally, but I'm going to try to continue to put as much content out as possible in 2026. More of that to come in terms of details on what I'm going to be doing for that. So you guys can also follow me on Instagram at The Wrestling Takeover, and on Threads. I post on Threads as well, and also on Twitter at JT Takeover. I appreciate the support, man. Thank y'all so much for the love. And Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, man, that was definitely the best WWE match of the year, and most definitely the best wrestling match of the year. So shout out to those girls, and much love to you guys. I'll see you on the new year. Blessings to you guys, and thank you guys for the continued support. This is the Wrestling Takeover Podcast, and I'm your host, Jordan Turner. This is the most creative and honest podcast in the wrestling space.